Welcome back to your geography class. We are going on with the chapter number 2 and today is the last class related to our chapter number 2 because we are going to sum up the chapter number 2 with the discussion of inside the chapter questions. Again, the format will remain same. We will be having the 1 mark question in the terms of one word as well. We will be having MCQs, 1 mark question 2, 3 and 4. Of course, it can extend to 5 as well. So, let's start our today's class without any further delay. Here is question number 1. What is the average height of the Himadri range? Again, that is 6,000 meters. Remember one thing particularly, whatever questions I am, creating, writing, forming, whatever you want to consider, all these belongs to your textbook. Number 1. Second is, each and everything we used to discuss in our discussions of the chapter, whatever discussions we do organize over here for whether in the parts 1 2 3 or anyhow. So the thing is, everything lies in front of you, in your hands. Initial should be done from your part to start learning that. So here am I with the second question. Which river marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas? Easternmost, towards the northeastern state of India and particularly eastern states of India as well. So we have to give the name of the river. So that river is Brahmaputra because Indus and Ganga lies by the northeastern part itself. But in here we are just talking about one river and that too eastern only, not the northeast. Eastern, there is only one river. And the question is asking about one river. So please understand and read the questions carefully. With one word, S only can make a huge change in the answer that you are going to choose. Next question, the northern plains are formed by which of the following river systems? So entire northern plains are formed with the help of 3 major rivers of India, that 2 major rivers of northern India. So they are Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra, northeast and eastern rivers. That is all about this question. Next question is, what is the name of the region where river deposits pebbles in a narrow belt? So wherever the narrow belt or foothills of Shivaliks comes, and we are talking about the name of the region, we have already discussed in the prior class. So the answer is Bhabar itself. They comes likewise number 1 from the foothills. If we have to count their chronological order, or we have to give their chronological order, that means at number 1, the first formation that takes place is of Bhabar region, then comes the Rai, then comes Bhangar, then comes the Khadar. Old alluvium, new alluvium itself. Next is, which hill range is located in the northeast part of the peninsular plateau? North and eastern part of peninsular that lies in the southern part of India. So is it Vindhya range, Khasi? So we are talking about range or we are talking about hill range. So we are not talking about a individual range, we are talking about hill range. So Vindhyas are the mountain ranges, but the small one, and hereby we are talking about hill ranges, as Aravali's are hills. So they are not extended for a larger or longer stretch. So our answer is Khasi because Aravali lies in western part, Cardamom lies in the southern part, and Vindhya, if to be considered for the range itself, it lies almost in between by the territory of the Gujarat, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh border itself. So that was all about this. Next question, which is the only large river of the Indian desert? Luni. That too is the seasonal river. So let's start the discussion of the one word type of question just after this question. So the Chilika lake is located to the south of which river delta? So that delta is formed by the Mahanadi river itself. So here is a one word question number 1. The valleys found between the lesser Himalayas and the Shivaliks, lesser and outer Himalayas, we have to give the name of that valley. So what's the name of that valley? We have already enlisted them. So they are dunes and the valleys that lies between the lesser and the greater one. Prominently 3, Kashmir, Kullu, Kangra, likewise. Next question is about what type of soil is found in the Deccan Trap. Deccan Trap formed from the volcanic eruption, formed from the igneous rock, so black. that is the answer. Next question, which plateau is drained by the, drained means which river flows through that area. Which area? We are talking about the Damodar river. So Damodar river is flowing through the plateau, but which plateau? So our answer is Chota Nagpur plateau, comprising the regions of, some of the regions of West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, and along with that the Chhattisgarh region or Jharkhand region as well. What is the southernmost, extreme southernmost part of western coastal plains? I've already explained you. The first is the Konkan, then comes Kannada, and the last comes the Malabar coast in Kerala. Next question, what is the highest peak in the Western Ghats? So Eastern Ghats highest peak was Mahendragiri. In here we are talking about the Western Ghats peak, so that is Annaimudi, also known as several others name, Annamudi and all that. Okay, discuss. Now this is the descriptive question comprising 3, 4, 5. It depends on how many points it is asking about. So discuss the major physiographic divisions of India. So there are 6 physiographic divisions. So consider this for minimum 5 marks, because we have to give the names along with the either or, means we have to write 1 or 2 statements for the illustration of that particular physiographic division of India. So there are 6. The names are being repeated once again: Himalayan mountains, northern plains, peninsular plateau, Indian desert, coastal plains and islands. And now talking about their important significance or features, we just have these. So Himalayan mountains, they are stretched across the northern borders, characterized by lofty peaks. They have tall peaks, deep valleys and youthful topography, means they are in their youth, they have been recently formed, not from the recent past 10 to 20 years. We are talking about minimum 500 years. So in the mountains, their youthful age is just 500 years old or a bit older than 500 years. The northern plains, they are formed by the deposition of alluvium by the rivers that brought along with them the alluvium itself. Alluvium comprises silt, clay, sand. I have already told you that. So these rivers are particularly Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra, 3 major rivers that forms the northern plains of India. Peninsular plateau, ancient tableland having the stable zone composed of igneous and metamorphic rocks only. There is no indulgence of the third type of rock, sedimentary, because they are a bit softer than these 2 types of rocks. Indian desert, sandy plain with low rainfall, sparse vegetation marked by sand dunes, and within the sand dunes, birkhans, and the sand dunes are present in the longitudinal manner. So, need not necessarily you are writing only these, you can write any other point as well, taking from these individual topics itself. Lastly, the coastal plains. So they are narrow coastal plains on both the sides, whether on eastern part or western part. So narrow coastal plains flanking, covering the peninsular plateau, divided into western and eastern coastal plains. Lastly, we do have islands. So again, we have to give both the names of Lakshadweep Island and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Lakshadweep Island is also known as Coral Island because its origin is from coral itself. Talking about Andaman and Nicobar Island, geologists have proved that they are formed of submarine mountains. So their origin is from the submarine mountains itself. That was all about the answer of this question. Now we have the last question for the day. Write a detailed note. We have to write in the word limit, and according to the question's demand, 5 points are required. So write a detailed note on the peninsular plateau of India. So where does it lies, its origin, any other feature likewise rivers, fertility, anything, whatever we do have. So they are formed of old crystalline land masses comprising igneous and metamorphic rocks, composed of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Their formation, they were formed due to the breaking of Gondwana land that was formed by the volcanic eruption itself. That is how they do comprise igneous and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks are also known as parent rocks. Everything I am just recalling over here because we have already discussed almost in every class and every period to be considered from a school part. Then we do have its division of the plateau in the central plateau, central highland or Deccan plateau. So within the central highland, it lies in the north of Narmada, River includes Malwa Plateaus. Deccan Plateau lies to the south of, so north part is Central Highland, south part of Narmada River is the Deccan Plateau. So it is including Malwa Plateau. It is of triangular shape. Talking about hills and ranges, particularly that lies in this peninsular plateau, they are Vindhyan Range, Satpura Range, Aravali, Khasi and Jayantiya ranges. Lying in western part, eastern part, Khasi and Jayanti, and Vindhyan almost lies by the central part itself. Then black soil, volcanic origin soil found in the Deccan Trap. So within the peninsular plateau, black soil is found in abundance, and prominently it is found in the Deccan Trap of peninsular plateau. Deccan Trap, where the particular or prominent type of soil is found, that is the black soil itself. So that is all about our chapter number 2. Happy to hear that. Now we are going to start our chapter number 3, not now, in the upcoming class. So till then, kindly go through once for the chapter reading part so that the things will become more easier for you to understand. See you soon in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.